Today we're going to talk about another valuable item that made the cut for my bug out / camping bag. All right, thanks for swinging by Two Camping Gurus. If you like camping and the great outdoors, you are in the right place. So take a minute right now to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos come out and you don't miss anything. So today, as I said, we were going to be talking about this handsaw and how useful it has become for me. And we're going to cut to some video that I went outside and just did a little bit of sawing with it. Nothing fantastic, but this saw here, I'll get a little closer so you can see the brand here. Hopefully you can see that when I get up here. That's the brand right. All right, so it is not by any means top of the line saw, but if you're out in the wild like this and you need to build a shelter to keep some of these little beasts off of you and protected, this tool will come in very handy because you want to make sure you have a secure shelter and a way to start a fire, and of course things like that to also help keep these big animals away. Now, this saw here I have had for quite a long time now, and I didn't pay a lot for it. I want to say under $20 probably, maybe $20, $30 price range, and I'll put a link to it in the description if I can still find it or one similar to it. But it has maintained a very nice edge on it. It's very sharp and it does the job, and again I did not pay a lot for it. It's extremely lightweight. It's got a plastic handle, plastic sheath with a rubber style type belt loop thing, so you can hook it on here. I don't carry it on my belt like that. I just keep it right in my camping / bug out bag. So and it has a hole in the bottom, so it won't keep any water in there, so it'll drain out, which is good. Some holes along the side. So it's a great addition for your bag, your bug out bag / camping. And anytime you're thinking about stuff to go in your bag, you really got to put a lot of thought into it to make sure it can earn its keep. So it's got to be able to use this for multiple things. And this is one of those tools that I've used a lot for cutting bigger pieces of wood for a fire, campfire, things like that, or branches that might be in the way if I'm setting up a tent. So things like that. So it has been a super tool. Let's cut to a little quick video. I went outside and cut a couple things with it, and then we'll wrap things up here. All right, so you saw in the other video that I was using my machete to do a lot of the chopping, but when it gets bigger like this, it makes much more sense to cut it with a handsaw. And so, I carry this little saw, which is nice and compact, and we can use it for camping to get firewood and stuff like that. So that's another way you can use a saw like this is for cutting up firewood. Sometimes I'm just out on the trail and I don't have my machete with me, and this will work perfectly good for a situation like this, or if you're trying to cut, like let's say I want to make some sort of a trap here, I can do a much more precision cut, something in like this, and then so what this did here is made a little notch, and if I had another tree over here, I could put a stick in here and build a snare trap. Of course, I'd get this out of the way, and I'd want this in a trail somewhere. So this saves you having to pound a branch into the ground to hook your snare trap around all that. But you could hook the branch in here with the snare trap hooked to it, and this is much better than trying to use it with a saw. I mean with the hatchet, because it does a much neater job. But in this case, we're just going to go ahead and cut this down, use the firewood, and I'll cut it off down lower afterwards. The bottom line is, where a hatchet is fantastic, and I would definitely not go without it, a saw certainly comes in very handy as well for a lot of things, but doing more precision work versus just hacking and chopping for a fire or something like that. So I'll put a link in the description for a saw like this, and this one here is the Shendaio. This is not an expensive saw. This is a really very inexpensive, cheap one, but it's perfect for this, and if I break it or lose it or whatever, I'm not out much. If you were relying completely on this for survival only, then I would suggest buying a much better quality one. But for my purposes, this thing has worked fantastic. All right, so anyway, as you can see, nothing special about it, just a little handsaw, but it's one more thing that maybe you didn't think of that could go into your bag or at least in your vehicle when you head out camping. So I'll put a link to it on Amazon or one similar to it in the description. And all my links are affiliate links, so I do get a small commission if you order through those links. It's a huge help to me with no additional cost to you, so I super appreciate it. It's a good way to support my channel without costing you anything. So please take a minute to head over onto that link. The other thing too, if you're going camping and use a travel trailer or anything like that, I will also put a link in the description for my free ebook and pre-trip checklist. So go ahead and click on that as well and get that so you can make sure your camper and your tow vehicle, whatever, is ready to go and in best possible condition to alleviate any possible problems you might have when you're out on the road. So anyway, hope you like this video. Please take a minute to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And of course, have a great day. And as always, happy camping.